Shark-Out Mania, M-O-M-O-M, Mark-Out Mania, M-O-M-O-M, Mark-Out Mania. Live this Saturday morning. It's our Shark episode, M-O-M-O-M, annual Shark episode, M-O-M-O-M. It is time for us to Shark Out Mania.
What the actual fuck?
You actually did it.
I actually did it. I did Baby Shark.
Good job, Pedro. Good job. That was hot. That was hot. That was hot.
Hola, amigos, and welcome to the Shark-Out-Mania.
Woo! Just when you thought it was safe to listen to the podcast.
It's our annual Shark episode. We've got, and of course, as always, we have James Extreme Sorno. How are you?
I am doing good, my friend, watching Trailer Park Shark as we speak.
Oh, man, I wanted to see it. I may put it on in a bit. Who knows? I might be messing with our feet too much. Who knows? Maybe I won't.
Yeah.
But we also, what's that? It's the God of Thunder. Zeus King Dark, how are you?
I'm good. Chilling out here with my coffee.
Oh, man.
And we've got in the chat room, we got YYH. He's with us. How you doing?
Y2 H2 Y square B square. What's up, YY?
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
¿Cómo estás usted?
So, today we're going to be talking Toxic Shark because all three of us watched it, and we're going to be talking to, just like usual, we just talk shark stuff, bad shark movies, good shark movies, whatever one wants to. But, a lot of stuff happened lately, right? There's been a lot of wrestling news this week.
All right, can I rant?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Do it.
Okay,
sit them down and yell in their face, Zeus.
Right. All right. So there was WWE Money in the Bank pay-per-view, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then so on the women's side, Nikki Ash, almost a superhero, won the women's. And then on Monday night, Charlotte, who had just won the title the night before from Rhea Ripley, had to defend the title against Rhea Ripley. They're both, exhausted, dead tired. And then Nikki comes running down with the briefcase, cashes in, does a flying body press on Charlotte, and wins the title. And everybody thinks this is a great thing. This is the most villainous heel move you can imagine. I'm like, you're not a superhero, you're a villain. This is an opportunistic attack on a champion who just gave everything they had to retain their newly won belt, and then you come in like a thief in the night. And you're trying to tell people you're a superhero? Please, that is the biggest joke I've ever seen. That is horseshit.
Get him, Zeus. It's WWE. What do you expect?
Then the whole wrestling world comes out to support her. Oh, you did so great. We're so proud of you. I'm like going... I'm like, you're fucking. Oh, Jesus! Congratulations for becoming the women's champion, but it's you're like 2 steps above when Sable was awarded the title in a bikini contest.
Oh, damn!
Okay, Zeus. I'll say this. The thing is, no one wanted. Most people did not want Charlotte to have the belt again, so they're just happy it came off her. But I mean, I think it's kind of a waste if you're going to make that move to put it back on her, to then just take it off her, especially when you have all the time in the world to give Nikki Cross like this transitional run, because it's probably going to be just a transitional run.
Well,
Don't
you know, the WWE doesn't have any patience, Pedro, and they're dying to make Rhea Ripley a full-blown baby face, right? But they can't do that, so they got to take the belt off her. They got to put it back on Charlotte, even if it's for a day, and then they pull this shit. So, yeah.
Why can't they make her a full-blown face?
Well, no, they're dying to make her a full-blown face, but they didn't want Nikki beating a full-blown face. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, but okay, but again, why did they have to put it on Nikki right now? Like,
I don't know. I don't know.
She has like a year or something to cash it in, right?
Yeah, and the it was really so like the matches for the Money in the Bank briefcase. It seemed like a better fit to have Liv Morgan win it.
Yeah,
she was the crowd favorite. Yeah,
she had the build up. She had the
she had that little thing with Charlotte a few months back, right?
Yeah,
didn't they have a little storyline?
And they've been pushing her too. Yeah.
So anyway, so that's it. I don't want to talk about it anymore. It's just
and the way she won the Money in the Bank was also suspicious, because while everybody's fighting each other on top of the ladder, here comes Nikki. She sneaks behind everybody and grabs the briefcase.
Yeah, that's not heroic.
Yeah.
No.
That's not something to make people proud. It's
unless they're doing this on purpose and she's gonna turn. I don't know. Who knows?
I don't know about this gimmick change in general. Like, I know it's her. Apparently, it was her idea to do the superhero gimmick,
right?
But I mean, the gear looks good on her. I don't know about the mask, but the rest of it looks fine on her. But I don't know. It just seems weird. I preferred the crazy Nikki Cross we had in NXT.
Yeah, and I like Holly the first time she was in WWE.
James, we've mentioned this before. I think like the peak, besides the match with Asuka in NXT, the one with the weapons and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The peak was that whole angle where she knew who attacked Aleister Black.
Yeah.
That was like driving everyone crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. that was such good TV.
Mm-hmm. But that's not going to happen again, though.
Yeah.
Especially with this gimmick. So I don't know. It's I agree with Zeus. It's not very super heroic. It's not heroic at all the way she did it.
No, nothing about it's heroic at all.
No.
Hey,
I get it though. But
here, James, you said they have no patience. I agree with you because
they have zero patience. Yeah.
Because look, let her. She wins this Money in the Bank. You let her hold on to it. You let her build up the support of the fans, blah blah blah. Let the little kids actually organically get into her or get behind her, and then come WrestleMania time, she can just announce ahead of time, I'm going to, I'm going to be
heroic. It's much more heroic and brave to call your shot ahead of time.
Yeah, I agree.
You open yourself up. You make yourself a target for the people coming after your title shot, your briefcase, and you have to make a supreme effort.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
No, I get it, Zeus. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
And then have her win it at WrestleMania
in
a 3-way or whatever.
Or do that Survivor Series. You don't have to wait that long.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, any time is better than the last 30 seconds of Raw.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got to make them moments.
Well, Raw was a mess this week anyway, because you had the NXT champion come in and job out to fucking Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, let's not go into that. Let's not go into that.
Yeah, I don't want to get into that too, because I can go into that all day. Because I was all like, what? I was like, what are you doing?
Keith Lee returned but it's against Bobby Lashley. I know it's different, but
It's just I don't if you're gonna stick to a storyline, then okay. But the way WWE does it, that they'll stop a story in midstream and they'll just do an about face. So like whatever they're doing half the time doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Right.
You know. I don't know. It's just that's why I have reservations when watching the like the Raw roster and Raw and SmackDown. Although I watched SmackDown yesterday, I was watching it with the sound off, and I was having Friday Night Jams as my backdrop to SmackDown. It was like watching the Zack Snyder wrestling movie. It was kind of cool. I had the sounds of Pedro Boyd up against Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio in the ring. Okay. I'm going to say this, guys. You know me. What is one of my biggest pet peeves in the wrestling ring?
Standing around waiting for things to happen.
If you mess up the spot, don't immediately do it again, right?
Yeah.
Dominic Mysterio fucking messed up a spot, and not only did he try to do it again once, he tried to do it again twice.
Oh man.
Him and Jimmy Uso in the ring, it just looked atrocious.
Yeah.
It looked atrocious. I was like, what are you doing? Don't do it again. And nope, he did it again, then fucked it up again, and then he did it a second time. And then they had to improvise. I was like, oh, you guys suck. So that ruined my SmackDown experience right there. But I have to say this. Roman Reigns, I don't know if somebody's writing a new for him or what, but he got a hell of a promo last night on John Cena.
Oh.
I heard that. You know what the first thing...
you guys should watch that promo. It's very good.
Yeah, you know what the first thing I thought of? I thought to myself, I was like, I bet you John helped him write that promo.
Yeah, probably, yeah, probably, yeah.
Who knows better than how to cut down John Cena than John Cena?
Yeah, because he took a big swing and it hit. It was a hit. I was like, oh, he said that, and the whole crowd was like, oh, it was a good shot. He was like. No, I don't see him. I don't see Cena because I'm expecting somebody, and then Hollywood tricked us because he comes back. It's the same old Cena, the same old T-shirt, the same old running to the ring, the same old promo. It's like missionary. Time after time after time again. It gets boring. Nobody wants to see missionary. So it was good. The way he did it was good. God. Yeah. He cut Cena good down, got pretty good. He tongue punched my fart box. Yeah.
No, James. No.
That's a scene from Trailer Park Shark.
Hey, y'all want to get into the big news? The rumor is running wild that both Daniel Bryan and CM Punk have signed with Awfully Excremental Wrestling.
Yes.
You know what? I wish I could say I'm excited. I wish I could say wow. I wish I could say I can't wait to see what happens. But quite frankly, I don't give a flying fuck.
Yeah.
I really don't. I don't, because I don't watch AEW, so it means absolutely zero to me.
Yeah.
And besides the initial shock of it, CM Punk should have made his return 5 years ago. Now nobody cares.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
I wonder. So, the fans and Meltzer are like fantasy booking this thing like insanely. They're like saying, if they have CM Punk and if they have Daniel Bryan, then by the fall they're going to beat both Raw and SmackDown in the ratings, et cetera, and all this stuff. And I'm just like, y'all really like. The 1.5 million seems to be the maximum rating AEW can get. Do they really see it growing exponentially past that just with these people? Like they've had Shaquille O'Neal, they've had Mike Tyson, they've had et cetera, and they still can't like break that ceiling. But CM Punk and Daniel Bryan are somehow bigger ratings getters than Shaquille O'Neal. I don't know.
You know, a lot of these people need to remember something too. Back when it was the Monday Night Wars, and you know everybody was fighting for ratings, everybody was fighting for viewership. There was nothing really competing with that. It was Monday Night Wars. There was nothing else competing with that. Now you have so many different streaming services. You have so many different things you can watch. You have to there.
Yeah.
It's a different world these days, you know. And you know, again, you know, instead of worrying about I need to get more views, I need to outdo this company for viewership. Concentrate on your product, and if you put out a good product, you will get the viewers just by word of mouth. Say, man, hey, listen, have you watched this? You need to start watching it. It's good.
I mean,
it.
that's not always true. There's a lot of quality stuff that never get eyes on it. But
I agree. But hey, listen, I even tried to watch Impact this week.
Oh my god! But that is not a quality product.
Yeah, I know. I saw Chelsea Green, and I was like mortal, but it was okay.
I'm not falling for the Impact thing. Every time someone tries to entice me to watch Impact, when I do, it's like dog shit, and I'm always like, "Fuck!" Like,
it draws you in. Well, no, I was watching because they actually had live crowds, so I was like, okay.
okay. How is the crowd?
I want to see if they step it up. It's a small crowd, but they were into it. You know, it was into it. And you know, I have to say the same thing about WWE. The crowd has made a huge difference here because the in-ring product, outside of a few fuck-ups, Dominic Mysterio, it's been better in-ring stuff. It's been better. You know, like you can tell the wrestlers are all pumped up and they're all excited. You know.
Yeah.
You know, there's effort being put into their stuff.
On these rumors, I'll say there is so much noise. Like there's so much noise around it. I have to assume it must be true this time.
Do you care though, Pedro?
No, I mean I don't. Let me see how I can put this. I despise AEW. Like I kind of loathe their existence, to be honest. So like saying, you know, these people are going there, I'm like, I just know the fans are going to be they're even more insufferable than they were before, if you can imagine, because now they're acting like we've won. You know, we're fixing to beat the WWE. We're going to win. And I'm just like, what are y'all talking about? Like, what is this winning, you know, thing? But it doesn't matter. I mean, I don't watch it outside of occasionally seeing clips of people fucking up, which is often.
You know, doesn't this sound like familiar? Although it's a little bit different, but it's a familiar sounding theme. We beating WWE. Didn't Eric Bischoff, his concentration was to put Vince out of business, and that failed miserably. And it goes back to what I was saying before. Instead of trying to, you know, win the ratings or put somebody out of business or you know, like overtake them or sign all their talent, concentrate on what you have, who you have, and make the product that you have better. Make it that much better.
I mean, it should be noted that the big stars that everyone gets excited for going to AEW are basically, they got famous, like world internationally famous via the WWE.
Yeah, it's you know,
like you still need the WWE to make the people globally famous so they can be famous for your brand. So
I agree. I agree. It's you know, I don't know. Daniel Bryan, okay, you know, that one, okay, you know, but I have a funny feeling Daniel Bryan's going to re-sign with the WWE in some kind of other role, and who knows, you know, just like they said with Samoa Joe's gone, they're now, you know, he's in NXT. They were talking about bringing back Braun Strowman in a different role. I don't know, who knows, but I want to see Daniel Bryan in New Japan, actually. I think that would be good.
If his wife is still doing the Total Bellas, it's weird, right? Because then they have to do that show without this person who has been in the show.
Well,
right
they
before,
could.
right?
Well, yeah, they could. There's ways around that, you know. I mean, there's ways around that.
Yeah.
So, because even though Total Bellas is part of the E Network, is part of the Universal umbrella, this whole, the whole thing with the Peacock and everything. I'm sure there's ways around that.
Yeah.
We'll have to see what happens.
I thought it was something I thought was funny was I saw a lot of speculation. They were like, what would be like the female wrestlers that would make a difference, like CM Punk and Daniel Bryan, the AEW can sign? And it's like there really no stars on that level in women's wrestling. But it would be the only names people threw about were the 4 horsewomen. I'm just like, well, yeah. So more WWE created stars,
exactly,
is what they crave. But it is Impact WWE Light. So that's the whole promotion. That shitty, awful piece of garbage. And burning.
I tried watching like half an hour of it. I was like, I have to be, one day I'm going to be fair, and I'm gonna sit down and watch the entire episode of Impact and see where it's at. I will not do the same with AEW. I will never watch AEW. I just can't. I just can't do it. I can't.
I mean, I'm sure I'll watch it something at some capacity because occasionally I get roped into it, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, I just never enjoy it. It's always so painful. I mean, I watched a whole year of it, that first year of it, and it was like, so you remember, I would complain every episode of this show. I would complain.
You were insufferable.
It was terrible. It was such a terrible promotion. And it was just like, like people are going on about this. Still can't believe it. But anyways, I think it's just I think it's a thing. Modern wrestling is just increasingly not for us old guys.
It's like the thing I said last week. You can call us old grumpy old men, but it's just not hitting with me. It's just not hitting with me. It's not.
I mean, I'll repeat what I've said before. It's both things. It's not for us, and it's not as good as it used to be. It's both things.
Right. Now, I can't wait to see the MLW and the Aztec Underground. I'm down to see what all that is about. I hope it's good. It's especially with El Jefe back and all this shit. So, I am actually interested in seeing that. I hope they don't fuck it up.
Yeah.
I hope it's good. So we'll see what happens. But it's wrestling. It goes through cycles with me.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I've had it. This sucks. And there are times where there are great moments. Like the Roman Reigns promo last night was good. I was like, that was a good promo. I mean, he was into it. His facial expressions, everything was good. I was like, look at Roman Reigns. Go ahead. And then Finn Balor comes out, because at the end of Roman Reigns' promo, he goes, no, I don't see you. And no, I will not accept your challenge for SummerSlam. So everybody's like, wow, so it's not going to be Cena Reigns? No, it's got to be, right?
It's going to be Cena Reigns.
Yeah, it's got to be. Well, then as soon as that happens, out comes Finn Balor.
Right.
So then now it's Finn Balor versus Roman Reigns. I don't know when that's going to happen, but, So that's coming up. So we'll see,
But you know what they need? You know what they need more of in wrestling, James?
What?
Not short arm lariats, but shark arm lariats.
Oh, the joys of shark movies. Just gotta love it. Gotta love it.
We'll hold off on Toxic Shark until Zeus comes around, but I'm watching as we speak live. I'm watching Trailer Park Shark, and with Tara Reid and Mr. Belding from Saved by the Bell. Okay, how we love it. God.
And this complete shit movie is awesomely bad. Okay, it's got the line already. See with the two Trailer Park women were arguing, and she goes, I'm not going to let you cuckoo my man with your crazy cuckoo. And she goes, yeah, but at least I don't let him tongue punch my bark box. So she was like, but it was only one time. I said, I can't. It was awesome. And then the special effect. I mean, look, hey, to me, the Godfather Shark movies has to be Has to be Sharktopus versus Werewolf. That's awesome. That's an awesome movie, man. Everything just works. That movie is just awesome. It works. And then you got your 6-headed shark attack, your 5-headed shark attack with RVD, who's high to the whole movie. And shit like that is awesome. And then you got the Sharknadoes, which is unbelievable. I love those. And then you got, of course, you have all-time classics like Santa Shark, Zombie Shark. I mean, come on, those are good stuff.
It's Santa Jaws.
Santa Jaws. There you
Santa
go, Pedro.
Jaws.
Thank you. Yeah, Santa Jaws. That's an awesome flick, man.
Oh, Santa Jaws is hilarious. I mean,
Yeah.
they need to. I wish that was available.
I don't know
somewhere.
why. I'm sorry. Yeah, either we all missed it, or I don't know. But there was no bad sci-fi shark movie because there's usually a week where it's about a 2-week run where they'll play every single shark movie in existence back to back to back. I didn't see that this year. I couldn't find it this year, so I don't know if it even happened. I don't know if it was there. I was like, yo, where are all the shark movies at?
Where you be, Trailer Park Shark? I found it.
Yeah.
Let's see if this messes up our feed or not. Oh wait, Zeus is back.
What's up?
Zeus, you here? We were talking about how there was no actual sci-fi bad shark movie week this year, or I don't know because I couldn't find it.
They didn't do it the last 2 years. I don't think so.
No Santa Jaws, no Zombie Shark, none of that shit.
Yeah, like I said, all those are on.
Excuse me.
They're all on. Prime and stuff.
Yeah, Prime and the fucking Sci-Fi app.
Oh my god. I just put on Trailer Park Shark. It starts with a guy like punching the punching bag in his yard and country music.
You ain't seen nothing yet because they're gonna rewind it and show it again.
But yeah, we were gonna talk Toxic Shark, Zeus.
Good. I'm ready.
Tell you get us started on Toxic Shark.
Well, it's a bad movie. And of course, so you have two ex an ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, actually end up meeting in a small resort island in Mexico.
Actually, Puerto Rico. Was it Puerto Rico, I think? Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It was Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
And so, so we've thrown all believability out the window already. I mean, it tried to cover that up, but it's silly. And then we have a shark that's attacking the guests and patrons. And if the shark doesn't just eat you with its massive great white jaws, it has a horn tube thing on the top of its head that shoots out green toxic goo into the ocean.
And the effect, the way they show it looks so cheesy. It looks so bad.
It looks like a JPEG being that going across the picture, and they use like the multiply filter so you see through it. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
I've seen cartoons with better special effects. It's brutal.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And the green stuff turns them into zombies, which is awesome.
Right. The best part of the movie is clearly when Audra has turned complete zombie and she's eating the other dude, and her best friend goes, Audra, and she's like, Audra, good. You know?
That is hot. That's so funny. That's just a bad movie, man. And the owner of the island, of the resort, who was his name? Reese? Reese, right? Something like that, Reese?
Yeah, Reese.
That guy's the worst villain of all villains. He was like, she's like, people are dying. We got to fly people out of here. We need an evacuation plan. He goes, is that expensive? It's like, dude, what are you doing? It's just horrible. It's horrible. Horrible.
He was a better villain than the one we got in Godzilla versus Kong, to be honest.
Oh my God. Here we go.
Oh, this guy's about to get eaten by a shark, I think.
So it's a crazy movie, you know, and the acting is just so top notch. I mean, you know, I've seen better acting in porn. This is brutal, you know. I mean, what's going on here? You know, it's horrible. The acting is just Don't go in the water. Get out of the water. I can't.
I noticed the CMLL camera crew worked on that movie.
Yeah.
Butt shots. There's copious amounts of butt shots, not just like a little bit. It's like if we're gonna have a talk and walk scene, we introduce that scene with a butt shot every single time.
It's Ash Cheeks Gone Wild, Volume 7. Yeah. It's just
There's so much of it. I was like, what? They still didn't get enough. Like,
and hello, has anybody ever heard of continuity on a film? Anyone? Because there's a one scene where they're like, how about if we just do the beach yoga? And then the girl goes, well, beach yoga ended hours ago. And then the very next scene, they're doing beach yoga.
You know,
it's like and then there's one scene where they're coming out of the water dripping wet, and then the very next scene they're running from the water to the thing, and they're completely dry. I was laughing.
Now, to be fair, even in Top Gun, when the guys were playing volleyball on the beach, they would dive into the sand and get up, and they had no sand on them.
Yeah. Continuity doesn't exist.
Well, that was all cheesecake.
Yeah, true.
Oh my God, James, you weren't lying. They just re-showed the whole thing.
Yeah. I'm telling you, Trailer Park Trash is some kind of trash. But I like talking shark because it's bad stuff. I mean, hey Zeus, I was telling Pedro earlier, Toxic Shark is mind-numbing summer viewing TV, but it's not Sharktopus versus Werewolf. I mean, that's the godfather of shark movies. That movie's awesome. Okay, that movie's amazing. Okay, it's not that, but it's you know, it serves its purpose. It's horrible. It's not Santa Jaws, because Santa Jaws is an awesome movie.
Well, you know? I tell you that my biggest problem with Toxic Shark is that I was tired of watching it halfway through it.
Like, I'm done.
Like, I was just like, is this movie ever going to end? And like, I looked to see how much time was left, and I'm like, oh my God, you're kidding me. So, it's really terrible. I heard the guys from Another Miserable podcast. They watched. I heard they watched Orca.
Yeah,
Orca's actually a decent.
They watched Orca and Piranha.
And I actually have Orca on my Vudu.
Orca's a good movie. It's okay. It's not bad.
I haven't watched it since I bought it. It was like $2.99 on sale.
I just Bo Derek and Richard Harris. Yeah.
That was. I remember seeing it like on HBO when I was a kid. We got like HBO for a couple of years for free because they had no, nothing was, nothing was like heavily regulated like it is now.
Yeah.
And then at some point, my mom just decided to be honest and had them turn it off.
Brutal. I would have kept it.
Yeah.
Huh.
But there you go.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I'm sorry. Just go ahead.
I was just gonna say, maybe I'll watch Orca this week too.
Yeah, I have Orca on I have Orca on the VHS and DVD.
Another thing I saw this week, they had some, extended YouTube stuff from Shark Week on, and there was one thing. It was a close encounter with the Alaskan salmon shark.
Oh, okay.
And it was actually like a 10-minute video, and these guys they're kind of provoking these damn sharks. Yeah, because it's literally a shark that's known to feed on salmon, primarily, and these guys are this one guy is trying to hand feed it, right? Hand feed a shark a pork chop.
Oh my God! Why?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't understand why you would, an active predator like that's probably not going to have any interest in a pork chop whatsoever. Especially one that's, especially highly processed.
Yeah.
When would it even be exposed to pigs? Like,
yeah, they really don't have them up in Alaska.
I mean, well, much less than a pig in the ocean.
Yeah,
I don't get the way I don't get some people's way of thinking. Love it, a hand feed a shark with a pork chop. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and
he's gonna leave the pork chop and eat your arm, you idiot.
Right, and that was the whole thing. It's like that, it came off very sensationalized to me, because they're, like, oh, it's like you're provoking the damn thing.
Yeah.
They went and they searched them out, and they were looking for them with drones and stuff, and then they, bring the boat up to where they were at, and got in the water with them and stuff, and got in and they weren't in a cage. Guys just free diving with no tank, and it's like, you get bit to your ass, and of course, did y'all hear about the Jackass stunt?
Yeah, I haven't watched that clip you showed us yet, but yeah, I did hear about it.
Yeah, so Poopy's got bit, and he nearly lost his hand.
Yeah, it's in bad shape, man. It looks horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, you talk about, you called the right dumbasses to do something like that, Don't you remember, like, it was like years ago, like when Jackass was popular the first time around, and they did a thing where they put like a chain suit on and like had a bunch of pork chops tied to that thing or something, and was swimming in the water with the sharks.
I don't know. That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah. That might have been from that Steve-O and Pontius show. That was it, Wild Boys or whatever. It might have been. But yeah, so.
I don't understand these people. Okay, you want to do stupid stuff? I get it, but why are you fucking with don't fuck with animals in the wild and stay away from sharks. There has to be some kind of,
Sorry.
It's okay. The dude literally.
Good idea. Go ahead.
He could have lost his hand.
Could have lost his head.
Yeah, that too. But I mean, he was really in danger. I mean,
Yeah.
he got airlifted out and flown to a surgeon. You know,
And
like
that was his big thing too. Oh, I got to ride a helicopter. You're an idiot. You know?
well, I mean, he said he felt like at some point, it's like it was really bad. It's like when they took that towel off, and yeah, it's like, like yeah, it can really be the end of it for you.
Yeah, don't fuck with sharks, okay? Only time you could fuck with a shark is when you're watching the sci-fi bad shark movie. That's it.
Which an update here. I saw the fart boxing thing.
Awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, and then what you didn't tell me was the bit that followed it, where the girl talked about her air-conditioned car, and we see the car with the.
I didn't want to spoil it.
that air-conditioned thing stuck to the window.
That's awesome, right?
Oh my god!
And they fixed the air conditioning in my car, and then they shoot the scene where there's an actual air conditioner sticking out of the side of a window. Yeah, no, it's fine. I just watched the scene now where a shark just got. Well, I can't even explain. I'll let you watch it. I can't wait till I want you to get to the scene where she gets electrocuted.
Oh
I just wanted to get to that. Oh man, but it's movies like Toxic Shark. It's just things that mindless summer viewing, and it's good, and it makes you, it just makes you. You can sit back and have a hearty laugh, and you can just dive into the splendor of how bad these movies are.
Right?
Like not for nothing, but if I'm making a movie called Toxic Shark, Trailer Park Shark, Santa Jaws, or whatever the case shall be, how do you keep a straight face while filming? How do you do it? I can't do it. I won't be able to do it. And here we have Mr. Belding in Trailer Park Shark, and come on. Like, how does he keep a straight face? I mean, and there's some other goodies that I want to check out too. There's
yeah, they got a bunch of them on the Sci-Fi Channel. I mean,
it's called Nightmare Shark.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like Shark. Yeah, it was like Shark Attack survivors are hunted by supernatural shark that haunts their dreams. Now we got a Freddy Krueger shark. Really? Like, come on, that's not. And the same people who was in Toxic Shark and fucking Trailer Park Shark are in this one. Thomas Ian Nichols and Bobby Campo and Lulu Jovovich, whatever the fuck her name is, Horde Divorce, whatever.
Horse. Horse devoured by the shark. I liked in the Toxic Shark, just randomly out of nowhere, you get this woman riding a horse on the beach. Like, no ties to anything. They tied it later after the fact, but when you're introduced to it, it's just out of nowhere. There's a woman riding a horse on the beach, and then the shark, I like the horse was spooked. Then the girl gets eaten by the shark, and then the horse is just fine with it. The horse is no longer spooked. Like, oh.
I am tempted to watch Deep Blue Sea 2 right now. I'm tempted.
What is on this guy's shoulder, James? What is this? Is it a beaver? No, it's too small to be a beaver.
I don't know. What is a possum?
No, it's not a possum. It's not a possum.
I don't know what it is.
It might be a groundhog. I don't know.
I don't know what the hell it is. He's got some kind of. It could be an animal. It could be his wife. Who knows? He could be wife. He could be married to the thing. Them deep rednecks and deep in childhood. Who knows? Now the next episode of Jerry Springer, I'm married to possum. Who knows? What is this? Empire of the Sharks? I mean, two friends risk their lives to rise against the captor and his legion of sharks.
Legion of Sharks.
Legion of Sharks.
That should be the name of a movie. Legion of Sharks.
Yeah, it's just I love these movies, and again, I can watch Werewolf versus Sharktopus all day long. I love those movies, man. The whole series is awesome. You have Barracuda Shark versus Sharktopus. You had the other one. What was the other one with the flying one?
Oh,
Like pterodactyl or something?
well, yeah. What was that one?
I don't
I
remember
can't
the name of
remember.
that shit. Pterodactyl shark, and I don't know. And we have the Rob Van Dam movies, you know. Let's get high. 5-headed shark attack, 6-headed shark attack.
Oh,
All this stuff. It's awesome stuff, man. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Shark movies and wrestling. I can do that all day. No, well, let me rephrase that. Shark movies and good wrestling. I can do all day. Call me grumpy.
Is he gonna get this license plate off before this van explodes?
I guess not.
Well, he's got 2 minutes and something. That should be enough time to get the
Yeah,
license.
but they spent a minute and a half arguing. You take it off.
I need an ice cold beer when I get back.
Oh my God, it's brutal. These movies.
Zeus. Any other shark viewing? Zeus. Is Zeus there? James?
I don't know. He's in the StreamYard, but he's not. I don't know. He's not there.
Oh, okay. Well, James.
Maybe I eaten by land shark.
This guy is taking way too long. He's going.
I tell you, man. I tell you, trailer park trash is trailer park shark is trailer park trash.
The van exploded.
It's a little brutal.
Oh my God.
Can you guys not hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
We can hear you.
All right.
Now we
were calling your name before, but you didn't answer.
All right. Well, I'm switching up here. Hang on.
Okay. Zook is having all kinds of issues over there.
Okay.
Zeus.
Yeah.
Zeus. So yeah, we were saying any other shark viewing?
I think I did watch something, and here's something else. I actually do this like on just about on a daily basis. Is there's some live streaming cameras, underwater cameras from this oil rig they call the abandoned oil rig they call the frying pan. It's 35 miles off the coast of North Carolina. And it's very shallow in this area. So where this big rig is, there's a whole lot of sharks and fish and things that come by, and it's pretty cool. And I enjoy that.
That's kind of cool.
On a daily basis, and like a lot. Sometimes it's not live, and it might have to do with the visibility and whatnot. But you can see a lot of the sand tiger sharks. They're just like, they're just barely swimming in the, but they're going with the current, and so they don't have to expend a lot of energy to keep the oxygen going over their gills and things. And sometimes I've seen some. I think I've seen some black tips and some other. There's been a few other species of sharks you see there. Occasionally a barracuda and a lot of other kinds of fish. It's a live cam. You can see.
That's actually kind of cool, but that makes me think. If I saw an actual shark within the ocean, I think I would panic. Like I wouldn't know what to do.
But James, have you've been to a beach before, right?
Of course, yeah.
Okay,
I live on the East Coast, yeah.
You've had sharks around you already in your life, then?
Oh yeah, plenty.
Mm-hmm. I mean, That was something I realized, just through the years of fishing, like here in Southeast Texas, and when you fish like in salt water and this and that, the sharks are around you when you're on the beach, like already. They're there. So.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
but it's one thing. It's one thing knowing that, but it's another thing. Like, say, if you're in the, if like you're on the beach line on the beach shore, or if you go out of wastewater or something like that. That's But like, if you're like, I don't know. I think like I wouldn't get on one of those small boats and go out in the middle of the ocean. I wouldn't do that because if I saw a shark, I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't know. Like, I would panic. I think I would panic. I got scared of. I was scared of a fucking crab one day. Okay, I ran from a crab on the beach. Yeah.
James, you would not survive Texas.
I almost survived my backyard. What are you talking about, Texas? Okay, I go in my backyard. I get attacked by a fucking fucking garden snake. I go crazy.
Okay, so I have a question for you, James. Why is everything flooded now? Did they blow up a dam or?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like they blew up the levee.
Okay, they blew up the levee. Okay. I hear them.
That was why the van exploded. Yeah.
Okay, I was wondering why that girl was stuck inside the trailer at home. Oh.
So Florida's got more coastline than any other state in the United States, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's got more coastline than than California. So, and if I'm not mistaken, Florida is the number one spot in the world for shark attacks.
Yeah, it is. Mm-hmm.
So
it is.
And so the name of the channel that I like, it's Explore Oceans, and they have.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's Explore Ocean. It's done by a website called explore.org, and they have the frying pan sea level camera. They have other ones.
Holy shit. Oh God, the shark is coming at him, and he's like untangling this wire and all this stuff, and then he has it ready to go. The shark opens his mouth, and he's like sticks it in there. It's like
the ending of Jaws 2. Yeah.
Oh man. Sorry.
Yeah, that was really.
I apologize, Zeus. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh no.
And oh my
God.
I would like to sit there and watch some oceans and shit like that. I think that would be kind of cool to watch to watch all kind of sea life go by, like on cameras and stuff like that. That is cool.
Yeah.
Then I can do that.
There's this guy out in California. I think his channel's name is Malibu Artist, and he's got a drone, and he's been flying it over the waters out there, and he has been finding lots of great white sharks. Yeah, the Malibu Artist is the name of the channel. He has been filming lots and lots of juvenile to adult great white sharks off the coast of California. So apparently it's probably a combination of the fact that we have more cameras, that can spot them, but that and the conservation ideas where people have, they've been a protected species for almost 30 years now.
Yeah,
and he's got his on his drone. He's got like some shark teeth and things, and so like when he'll fly the drone near people in the water to try to warn them. Like he doesn't have a microphone or anything or a speaker or anything to broadcast, but people have started to get to know him on the beach. But there's been several times where sharks have gotten near people, but he hasn't recorded any kind of an interaction where the sharks have tried to get at people, but there's it's been a few, it's been a couple of close calls, so I recommend that.
You guys shouldn't.
Damn, Pedro.
He's like, holy shit. Holy shit.
What part are you up to, Pedro? What?
The dude got on his horse and is riding towards the shark on his horse and shooting at it. And then the shark just bites the whole head and neck of the horse. And you see these fake, like, Muppet puppet, like, horse legs kicking in the water.
Oh, I gotta love it.
Shit. Oh, shit. That's hilarious.
That's like the interesting sense, because I can sit there, I can watch stuff like that all day. You know, I can watch stuff like that all day. That's cool.
Yeah.
You know, that's cool. I could do that, and I wouldn't mind being in like one of those underwater subs. Like to check stuff out like that is cool too. I don't know, man. Hey, listen, stay out of the. I'm gonna stay out of the ocean. I don't fuck around with sharks. I don't like swimming in the ocean anymore, anyway. So,
I mean, you live pretty far away from it. As far as Florida goes.
Yeah, I've done well. I used to live in New York. I used to live right by Orchard Beach, so I would go swimming all the time. And like I've been swimming down here too, but I used to go swimming in the Bahamas a lot. And I just don't like swimming in the ocean, man. Something about it. It's a little scary, because you don't control. You get those fucking currents take you. It's over,
Yeah, I went snorkeling several times in the Bahamas and in Cancun, and
you get caught in the current, you're fucked.
Yeah, we had the advantage of having a boat near us, so
yeah, that's cool. Yeah,
and there was one, there was this one place called Cheeseburger Reef. And you think with a name like Cheeseburger Reef, you're like, oh, it must be lots of yellow coral, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
No, it was named Cheeseburger Reef in honor of Burger King, who was the first fast food chain to come to the Bahamas, to Nassau.
Brutal,
right?
It's
But
brutal.
at the they have the shipwreck there on Cheeseburger Reef. It was a big sailing ship that they converted that they were using to make deliveries around the Caribbean, and they put a big diesel engine in it. And this diesel engine is bigger than a pickup truck.
Jeez.
Like, it is a massive engine. Well, they were delivering rice one time, and a huge storm came up, and it sunk the ship because they took on water. And what did the rice do? It absorbed the water, so it sank the ship. And then they had the U.S. Navy come by and take some shots at it. So it's down like 40 feet, 30, 40 feet. And that was fun. I got some good pictures of that.
That's cool.
Yeah. But the tarpon fish that were there, that they brought you fish food you could buy and feed them. They're quite big. Some of them are 5-6 feet long, and they've got a big flat head with a huge mouth, and they get very aggressive when they want that fish. They'll come by and they'll splash and kick you out of the way to get to it. And,
tarpon are super aggressive fish for Like if you fight them, like if you catch one.
I mean, I go to SeaWorld and I'm afraid to touch I'm afraid to touch the rays, you know?
Oh man, I swam with some stingrays in Nassau one time too. One of them was an albino.
Jesus.
And, yeah. And what they did is they picked him up, and everybody that was taking the tour, you get your picture taken with the guy holding it, and you were beside it.
Man.
So they were
I'm
really
a city slicker, man. I can't fuck with animals. I can't fuck with wildlife. I can't. I am from a concrete jungle, born and raised. I can't. I came down here and people like, you know, I mean, you know, I freaked out when there was a big fucking turtle in the middle of the street. I'm like, yo, what you doing? I freak out, you know. I've seen
over a turtle.
Yeah, there's a big. I know, Pedro. These things are like 4 feet long. These things are huge. It's like fucking Gator in the middle of the street.
The shark just bit the lady's head off. You're talking about the alligator snapping turtles, right?
Yeah, they're big, like 4 feet long. They're huge.
Or are you talking about the sea turtles?
I don't know what they are, but they end up in the middle of the street here.
Oh wow. Yeah,
and they're just chilling. They don't want to move.
Snappers are no joke. I mean, they'll take it. They'll take a finger or a hand right off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't fuck with that. And drive around, or like you stop and you shut your car off and you wait until it feels like moving. I ain't fucking with it.
I've accidentally fished an alligator snapping turtle before. So.
I go power walking around. Okay, so in my subdivision, right, in the middle of our subdivision, there's a huge lake, and like inside the lake, it has a waterfall. It has a water fountain and everything. It's really nice, right? But you get these huge water cranes, and in the water, they look like regular birds, but. And they come up, and I'm power walking. They try to walk with you.
Oh, wow.
And these things are about 6-7 feet tall. And I'm like, holy shit, it's a kaiju. And you're like, and they're like, I'm like, yo, I'm getting the hell out of here. And, I don't want to get into alligators. Please, those things are huge. They're mutants. Like fucking killer croc coming out of the water. I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
I can't deal with shit like that, man. I mean, I've been to the beach down here and stuff like that, and I've gone in the water and stuff, but I keep it short and sweet. I'm like, no, I'm cool. I do all my swimming in the pool. I love a pool. I could be in the pool all day long, but that's it.
Well, like I said, you watch the Malibu Artist channel, and you'll be like. You'll never go in the ocean again.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, but see, that's the thing down here. People down here want to go to the beach all the time. So, you got a pool in your backyard. Why are you going to the fucking beach for? No, I'm good. I'm good. They're like, come on, we're going to the beach. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
You gotta drive an hour either way, though, right?
Yeah. Because I'm right smack in the middle of. I'm in Orlando, so I was like right smack in the middle of everything. So it's like
you're in between Tampa and
right. Right. So if I want to go to Daytona, it's like an hour and a half. If I want to go to Tampa, it's like an hour and a half. So you're like either way,
You got Universal over there, right?
I have Universal, SeaWorld, and Disney. I'm right smack in the middle of all three. Herpes triangle.
Did you ever see the Jaws? The Jaws ride at Universal?
Yes, I actually been on the Jaws ride. Yeah.
Is it cool?
I did that many years ago.
It was cool then. Yeah. Now I heard it's all shut down and everything. But yeah, it was cool. They got some sick shit now over there, but I don't know. I don't go to theme parks anymore because you got to mortgage your house, to go.
Yeah.
It's like ridiculous. Even if you're a Florida resident, it's like $150 just to get in, and you're forced to eat and drink inside the park. So I pay $12 for a beer. Get the fuck out of here, No.
They don't let you leave and come back?
No.
See, that was what we did is we went early in the morning, and we would do we would figure out what our top priority things were at each park, and we would go and we would hit those, and then about 11 o'clock, about 11 o'clock, we get ready and we go back to the hotel and eat something either there or
Right.
at a restaurant, and then relax, and then go back about 2:30. Well,
I guess you could still do that. I guess you could still do that.
see, because you're paying for the whole day, and when you pay for your parking, it's paying for the whole day. But here's the thing: is when you leave around that time and come back around 2:30, there are so many parents that have tired little kids that can't take it anymore.
Yeah, well,
They're all leaving the park, and you come in, and the lines are shorter again.
I'm gonna tell you like this, Zeus, and I'm not lying. Every park now has like 2-hour waiting times. 2-hour waiting times for this attraction, 2-hour waiting times for that attraction, to 2.5-hour long lines, hour and a half. You're waiting on lines. Half your day spent waiting on lines.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I can't deal with that shit, man. It's like 916 degrees out here with the fucking humidity. I'm not waiting online for 2.5 hours melting in the sun. Get the fuck out of here. No.
Yeah.
I'll sit in my pool, have a nice cold beer, and have Zero Mom rub my feet. There it is.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
The ocean's an amazing place.
Yeah, man. I mean, I like ocean. I'm so interested in the ocean life and all that, but I'm interested from afar. Like I love watching documentaries about that stuff, and all the stuff that you mentioned about the cameras and stuff. That sounds so cool. Then I would totally be into that. But again, it's from afar. But don't get me in a wetsuit to have me go snorkeling. No, I'm not with that.
They want this fat guy to swim faster. He's trying to drag a dog. Oh, the shark can emit electricity now. Oh.
Did you see the?
I saw with the boat explosion earlier. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Did you see the girl dancing yet?
I don't know. I skipped a little bit.
Oh, okay.
The one lady in the red top is like doing this thing with her arms, like hurry. I'm like, they're gonna use an antenna for the guy to grab onto. Come on, shark, get him! Oh! I electrocuted the girl because she held on to that antenna.
Amazing.
The music, and she's dancing. And the Christmas lights,
She's electricity
she's
making her
doing
dance.
dance moves like the Macarena or something.
Yeah, it's electricity making her dance.
Now she's taking off her top.
This movie is something else, man.
I can't believe that the overweight guy just being electrocuted constantly. Oh shit! The way he got him.
Pedro is watching Trailer Park Shark live, ladies and gentlemen. Awesome stuff.
God. Oh my god, that was awesome. The electrocution making her dance.
Yeah, that's why I was cracking up before. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh
I
my
used
god!
to really want to do a shark dive. That's on my bucket list.
You know what, Zeus? I've always wanted to do something like that too, but I don't know if I'm too chick. I don't know. I would like to do it, but again, it goes against everything that I don't want to fuck with things in the ocean.
Well, I mean, for doing a shark dive, I mean, the different ones that they, like you can go to the Bahamas and do the real famous company is called Stewart's Cove. and you can, because they only go down like 30 feet. You don't have to get complete scuba certification. You can just get you can just get.
I won't be able to do that anyway because I have heart failure. There's no way I can get it.
Right. Yeah, they probably wouldn't let you down there.
Yeah,
because I mean that's a whole atmosphere, and
it's the same thing with swimming with the dolphins, right? You got to get certified and all that.
Well, you see, the only place I ever saw that was swim with the dolphins was in an enclosure, and they weren't even, the water was you could stand in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
See, I'm happy to do that.
Yeah, because down there, when we took this one cruise down to Nassau, and the island that Atlantis is on, or not on, but there's this island that's right near. It's kind of shaped like a crescent moon, and on one end of the island is where they had the pendant area where I was doing the snorkeling with the stingrays, and so it's a big penned-in area, and there's a lot to explore in it. And it's like I said, it got this fencing that you still have access to the ocean water, but it keeps the stingrays from leaving. But I mean, you're feeding them. I mean, they get fed every day, 3 times a day, and you can feed the stingray yourself. They give you a piece of squid, and you have to tuck in your thumb into your fist and hold it, because they just suck it right out of your hand. You just put your hand underneath it, and they know to just suck it out. But they've got bony plates in their mouth, not teeth, and they could still kind of chomp down on your thumb if you leave it out there. So like I was swimming around and for a while, and I looked up at one point and I saw my tour boat going back.
I was like, hell no, get me out of here.
Well, I turned around and there was another group of, there was another tour coming in. And so I went ahead and I fed I fed one of the stingrays again. And then I got out, and they were doing, this is a long time ago, and it was like in the the pioneering of the digital photography. And so I went to go see my photograph, and so my ex, she was on the other side of the island doing the dolphin thing. And so I went and checked out my photo and bought that, and then I went to walk across the island to see if she was still there. And they have an inlet where the dolphins come in and out of, because they're not kept there. They're just they come in and they know when the show times are, and they come in and get fed and interact with people and everything. And there's this bridge you walk over, and over the inlet, and I saw a couple of barracuda that were sitting there, because the tide was coming. I think the tide was going out, so they were pointed in toward the end of the inlet, just waiting to see if there was.
Are they big?
Fish. Oh yeah, 3 to 6 feet long.
Oh fuck that!
Quite big, quite menacing. They're very smart and very aware. So it's a very it was pretty, like I said, I'm glad I was walking over a bridge. And
I can see Zeus trying to multi barracuda.
Yeah. And then I got over there, and that tour had ended, and there wasn't another tour for like 3 more hours. So, and it was a good walk. It was a good walk, and they had a little like a little snack bar place, and in the Bahamas they have this soda called Junkanoo. It's like a tropical fruit pineapple soda, And so I had one of those and walked back over, and I asked the people at the stingray part. I was like, hey, like, how much, for me to get back in the water with the stingrays? And they're like, oh man, we don't care. Go ahead, jump back in. You paid once. Nobody, there's no, nobody cares. Nobody, you just got to make sure and leave when everybody else does at the end of the day.
Yeah, otherwise you're stuck there,
Right? Yeah. So I took another I took another dip with the stingrays and then went back to the ship after that, and that was a lot of fun that day.
That's cool. That's actually cool, man. I actually have fun because I've been in Bahamas twice, and once on my honeymoon, and then I did the Atlantis thing.
Yeah.
It was fun. I had a good time. I was drinking that Caribbean beer. What was it called? A Calic or it's called Khalib, something like that. Like every room had it, and everywhere you went, everybody had that. I was drinking that shit, and I was drinking there's this flavored water I was drinking. It was good. It was good. It was very refreshing. Especially after being in the sun.
Oh, I'm sure.
But I love the Bahamas, and so swimming in those waters, you're like, it's the white sand beaches and the clear water is absolutely true, but it's a little scary, there's shit in those waters, I'm like, no, I'm good, I'm good. I would go waist deep and that's it. I wouldn't go any further. People out there swimming and playing and hanging out by the boats. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm staying right here. I'm good. And you see like the school of fish actually go by your feet and all that. I'm like, ooh, it's weird, and I'm like, okay, on you. Yeah. Good stuff. We should I think we should all do a Bahamas trip. Okay, it's either that or let's go hang out in my backyard. I don't want to go in that water. Good stuff.
Yeah,
damn, Pedro's engrossed in that film. Pedro, you okay over there?
Yeah, I'm just watching and listening to what y'all are saying. Zeus is giving us a great story.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know, right? Because it makes me want to go to the Bahamas again.
Yeah.
Mr. Belding's got a gun now with a rifle with a scope.
Yeah.
I really wanted to do a shark dive there, but somebody said they were going to handle it and they didn't handle it.
Zeus, I love you, but I ain't fucking with you with the shark dive, man. You're on your own, brother. I can't. I'm good.
I'm not doing any diving. So.
No, because the first thing that caught in my mind, the first thing that popped into my head was like some shit like Santa Jaws or something, or a zombie shark or land shark something.
Well, if you were gonna get killed by a shark, being killed by some magical sci-fi shark would be better than.
Yeah, it would be. It would be.
Because I mean, look how cleanly they can like eat people's body parts off and stuff. So
yeah.
It's, man, this guy has it out from this bear target practice thing. He's like shooting both its eyes out, now arrowing it in the head. He don't like that target.
I'm just waiting for Meg 2 to come out. I just hope that gets made.
Sadly, I'm kind of giving up hope on it. I mean, it's
really
it's the. I don't think it's even got a script. I don't even think it's got a story.
I mean, who doesn't want to see Jason Statham fight off 800-foot sharks and not get a single scratch on his body? It's awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
they're rethrowing like flamingos, pink like lawn flamingos now, like a box fan. A lawn chair.
That's a redneck starter kit right there.
Oh, now she got a chainsaw.
In April 2021, Jason Statham said he believed filming would begin in January 2022.
Oh,
and
okay.
Ben Wheatley would be directing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it does have the author of the original book confirmed the script titled Meg to the Trench to be complete.
Oh, look at that. And they got a script.
Yeah, expressing interest in its dark tone potential for an R rating. And then British director Ben Wheatley was announced to direct it late last year. So that's based on the, probably based on the sequel book, which was called The Trench.
Okay, I'm with that. I like the Meg. I like that movie. As opposed to watching Megalodon right now with Michael Madsen. This thing is a piece of trash.
That movie is so terrible.
Yeah, it's horrible. I'm watching it right now. It's on right now, and I can't even believe it that I actually chose to watch this. It's horrible.
You should have picked another sci-fi movie.
Yeah, I did pick a sci-fi movie. It's from the Sci-Fi On Demand. I did.
No, but I mean, like.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, but I don't want to pay much attention because I'm talking to you guys. You know.
Oh, okay.
I just want to fill her in the background.
Yeah, and the Trench was really good. It was a good book. I actually had I gave my collection of the Meg books that I had to my Muay Thai instructor before I moved out here. So
cool.
Yeah, so I let him enjoy that because he loves shark stuff and he loved the Meg movie, and I wanted him to be able to read the books because I think there's seven books now.
Damn.
Total. Yeah. And honestly, when Steve Alton wrote that book and it got put out, that's the book that kicked off everything Megalodon in all those sci-fi stuff and everything else.
Yeah.
For some reason, there was just a hard time getting people to make that movie. And and sadly, because it was 97 when the book was, when the book came out, and that's when I first found it, and the Chinese production crew, they changed it so much in the movie, and and of course, it's kind of like that South Park episode, talks about the, all the concessions that you have to do to get a Chinese, to get a Chinese audience.
No.
You can't have like witchcraft. You can't have what is it? You can't have too much blood and gore because if you notice, you hardly saw any blood in the Meg.
It's just implied.
Yeah, even when
it's implied violence. It's implied violence.
Yeah, even when Dwight Schrute, got bitten in half by the shark, you really didn't see the blood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Zeus, you're so right. This movie is horrible. So hold on. It's the U.S. on a sub with a bunch of Russians who are trying to destroy Megalodon, and that shark looks brutal.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's just horrible.
Brutal.
Yeah, this is brutal. This is not good. I think I'm gonna watch. I think after we get off air, I'm gonna watch Sharktopus versus Werewolf because that's the movie to go to.
Either that or watch the Meg.
Yeah, you know what? Why not? Fuck it. I'm gonna watch the Meg. Fucking Jason Statham, baby.
Right.
Him and Ruby Rose. I can't wear a Batwoman suit. It gets me hives. Awesome stuff. Sharks. I like sharks.
I like sharks, sharks, sharks,
Oh
sharks.
yeah, bro, that was funny.
I cannot believe you did that. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was awesome. You know what? Oh, you know what? You know what? I can always watch Robert De Niro play a shark.
You
know?
what?
What is that in?
Robert De Niro playing the shark. Don't you know Will Smith? That shark movie with Will Smith. You know the animated one.
Oh, okay. I didn't. What's it called? Shark Tales or?
Yeah. There it is, a Shark Tale. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Robert De Niro plays the animated great white shark. Yeah. He's the boss of the family, of all the shark families.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. And you got the Robert De Niro mole on the shark too. That's cute. It's fucking funny. Good stuff. I don't know about the rest of the movie, but I like that part.
The dog is in danger again.
Baby shark. Wow, look at Michael Madsen. He looks brutal.
Is the shark gonna eat the dog?
Yeah.
Oh my god, they're gonna kill the dog.
Why is Michael Madsen in this movie? You are Mr. Pink, for God's sake. What are you doing?
He needs money.
You were in Kill Bill.
I mean,
what? Come on.
Yeah, and I mean, there's because what Tarantino is only going to make 10 movies.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess the money, the species royalties are not rolling in like they used to.
You go from being Mr. Pink to this? This is bad. Is he ad-libbing or is he actually reading it from a script? This is horrible. You know what they say before they say it because you know they're going to say it like they want to say it. What the fuck are you talking about? Wow, this is horrible. I'd rather watch Mr. Zero did the hula hoop do a dance for me.
Here's a great title of a YouTube video. The Bizarre Characteristics of Uranus.
Oh
nice.
Our solar system's planets. Yeah. Like they didn't know what they were doing.
We haven't had a really good shark movie in a while. Like, I like 47 Meters Down was okay. It was okay.
They are beating this blonde chick up.
The 47 Meters Down Part 2 was actually better.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the other one with the chick who was stuck on the rock?
Oh, what was that called?
Oh, The Shallows. Yeah.
Yeah, The Shallows.
Yeah.
Was it Blake Lively, right? Yeah.
That's quite good. I like
that.
Yeah,
that's actually a good movie. Yeah.
Of course, what you have to understand is that they're also writing the shark to do shit that the shark wouldn't do.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the real issue. Like the movie The Reef.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually got a little bit better. I think it's a little bit better.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Like,
I watched it.
Yeah. It like just the behavior of sharks. So, and the fact that you can't see them a lot of the time, which is a lot, kind of how open water,
Yeah.
You knew they were there, and and they did such a great job with that. I thought.
I like open water. I think open water is like really it's scary.
Yeah, because it's very plausible. It's very believable, and it's certainly
yeah.
it's certainly it's like they happened to to people before, and the thing is, if you get stuck out in the ocean, open ocean, just like you were saying, you get stuck in those currents.
Mm-hmm.
That's it's just a matter of time before you drown, die of dehydration, or get bitten by a shark.
Yeah. That's all right. I'll go swim in my pool in my backyard. I'm good. That's it. I don't need to be, in the middle of the ocean. I mean, I'm sure it's a fantastic feeling, but I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
good.
this has been fantastic.
He watched the entire movie while we were doing our podcast.
I think there's still like 25 minutes to go. I don't know how much it is,
Hey, Pedro, was that shit funny about the girl dancing? I just got electrocuted.
Yeah, that was probably better than the fart box thing. And
Yeah, that was awesome.
oh my god, that's just not something I was expecting at all.
I wasn't either. I was talking. Zeus was telling us a story, and I started, and a whole scene happened, and I just cracked up. That was like ridiculous.
Hey, either of y'all have anything to plug? Anything coming up?
I'm just plugging along.
It was good to see the MMM show back live.
Oh yeah, that was fun. We get to hang out in the chat and interact with those guys. I like that.
You were going to talk about it. Y'all said you were going to mention something about it.
I mean, it's kind of like what James said. I mean, we just kind of got to talk with him a little bit, which was nice. Mm-hmm. And I brought up a funny Casey-ism because Casey wasn't there. They were talking about Brian Cage, and I brought up the fact that Casey has said Brian Cage isn't book smart, he's magazine smart.
Bong.
Yeah, it's also funny too when you're putting stuff in the chat that cracks them up.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely go. And they're on the Lucha. If you don't know the MMM show, they talk wrestling, they talk Lucha Underground because they all went to a vast majority of all of the shows, and so they have great firsthand knowledge of what went down, and so you got to go to the Lucha Central YouTube channel to watch them now. They're old.
I think Justin was at the first taping of the MLW season out in Philly.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, did you guys see that video of I put in there of
Neil Machetes came out with Drago and fucking Aerostar. I was like, oh.
Yeah. So I like all three of those guys quite a bit.
Yeah. Azteca Underground.
That's right.
Hefe, I hope it's good, man. I really hope it's good. I can't wait for them to start showing it on TV.
You gotta hope and pray, but I don't hope real high.
No, I know.
Yeah. So, Pedro, you got another episode of Crap Talk out, and then
Friday Night Jams last time there was a hit.
Yeah, we had this past Thursday. Let's see the episode. We talked about 80s music, and Bean was telling me his list of Disney movies he thinks I need to see. And then last night,
you're kind of a grown ass man. You don't really need to see.
Then we saw last night was Friday Night Jams episode 3. I think August 6th will be episode 4.
Everybody was in there hanging out too. Dante showed up. The Kaiju Queen was there.
Zeus, James,
me, Zeus, fucking Zero's mom was dancing on top of my TV. It was all good.
Then let's see. On Wednesdays you got Tom's Weird Life, which you can find pretty much on all my social media. So, yeah. Shout out to YYH who was in the the chat with us.
Yep.
Thank you,
Always,
YYH.
she's definitely our number one fan.
Yeah, definitely. Double Y, Double H. Wow, Zeus. You know what? This movie is absolutely atrocious. It's not even good bad. It's just bad.
It's just terrible.
Yeah, this is. I don't even. Yeah, I really think I'm finishing this. This is horrible.
Yeah.
God willing, we'll see all of y'all next week. Don't know
Yes, sir. Who knows what we'll talk about? Maybe we'll talk about, since we did sharks, who knows? We'll do alligators. We'll do birds. Who knows? Dinosaurs,
Right.
X-Men, Avengers. Who knows?
Sharks, and crocodiles, as X-Men.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows? Fart boxes. Who knows?
No, we're not talking about fart boxes.
That was funny. She said, "You tongue punch the." She said, "You let people tongue punch your fart box." I was dying when she said that. And then all of a sudden, it made it funny. It was just one time.
Everyone, stay safe. Take care. Catch up with y'all next week. Everyone, take care and adieu.
Get vaccinated. Wear your mask. Stay safe. Peace.